I hope everyone's doing well. And we're going to have a lot of information tonight. And hopefully, I'll actually get to talk to some of you guys and we'll actually be to interact with one another. Let's see. Let me go. Hey guys, we're live. We are in our Zoom right now. We still have people coming on in. We have a wonderful presentation tonight. Welcome to TruNu Community. This is something I really wanted to start to bring more awareness for professionals that want to go into the hair loss profession, or even clients that they are needing actual real-time advice. And maybe even some of you professionals that have been getting stuck, if you guys have any questions, this is a great time to talk about it. And we're going to have this more ongoing. You guys have seen me do a lot with the TruNu Scalp. More than anything, it has been the most life-changing thing that I have done in my career. I've helped so many stylists across the country. I just literally got off a call yesterday with one of my students, and she was just giving me her numbers, just being able to take the class where her numbers are now. And guys, it just is truly a blessing to even know I've been a part of tripling people's incomes. Let's see. And also being able to be a resource for the community for women that are struggling with alopecia, for our non-surgical hair replacement specialists, and also clients that are looking for information. I'm talking about professionals that actually love what they do. So welcome everybody to the TruNu Scalp community meeting. I am Christina Benjamin. If y'all don't know me, I'm the creator of TruNu Scalp. And for those that may be new here, TruNu Scalp specializes in non-surgical hair replacements. And what I've done is design them to restore confidence for women dealing with hair loss, alopecia, or thinning. Okay. How many people in here are professionals as far as beauty professionals? And how many people are on here looking to get information about hair loss systems or information on, listen, what do I do? I'm struggling with hair systems or not even hair systems, hair loss. I'm glad we have a lot of people from all over the country in the room tonight. It lets us know that the reach is great and the need is great for non-surgical hair replacement specialists. I teach people all the time and they're just like, I have people coming to me all the time and they need these hair services, but I just don't know how to do it. I want to be able to take some of that stigma away from you feeling as if you cannot do it. Listen, at the end of the day, it's hair. We can figure it out. And I have really developed a technique that works. And really, it's all about pairing stylists with a great product, such as our TruNu Scalp products, and helping you replicate what you do well, okay? And as far as the clients go, it's about re-educating you guys about what hair systems are versus weaves, okay? Because it is a big difference. And the conversation, the care, the investment is a lot different, okay? So, I'm looking for you guys that are potential clients to respond. If you're a stylist that's interested in learning this niche market, or you just here to learn more about TruNu Scalp, I will tell you that I started off as a short hair style. Well, my career hasn't been super long, but I did start when I was about 31. I'm 43 now. So I've been doing short hair for some time. I've been in Atlanta for about almost close to 7 years now. During the pandemic is where I really honed in into developing a niche because we found that whether the world shut down or not, women still want to get their hair done, okay? And they still want something that looks nice and natural. With that being said, I merged what I have learned over the years with closure units and frontal units. And I said, wow, what if we had an all scalp unit for short hair? We never really see the short hair units. And because I'm a short hair stylist, I only was limited to, the couple three units you normally see at the beauty supply store or the 27 piece. And even with the 27 piece, which I have, listen, I have some peers that know how to cut some 27 pieces down, okay? And they look amazing. But when sometimes you just want something a little more natural and you wanted to get away without that heavy, dense look or even the closure part, women were looking for a more natural solution. And I would say the approach with non-surgical hair replacements versus traditional weave clients, the concept and the psychology behind it is totally different. So for some of you clients that are looking to go and be paired with a non-surgical hair replacement specialist that has trained with us, or even some of my former students, if you are still having trouble implementing your hair systems into your current services, it could be the way you're presenting it because you're selling your product to the wrong person. And it's all on a need basis. Okay. So that's really what we want to talk about. And I actually want to get in real time problem solutions with some of you guys that may have been having some burning questions or that have been looking to know a little bit more. Okay. So now this community is designed to give you more insight on like on our offers as well. So of course I'll let you know about if you want to get in the hair systems, yes. But my also goal is that we have so many professionals that we've trained over the years that I would love to see a lot of our students get reactivated and reacclimated. One of those things is that you have to begin to show what you do and what you do well on these hair systems. Clients want to make sure they're not getting a fluke. They also want to make sure they see someone that is consistently doing it. And I think for our non-surgical hair replacement clients, they deserve to see that you can be consistent in what you're reproducing, especially when you're thinking about, well, I want to charge this and charge that, and understanding where you kind of fall in the marketplace. So let's just talk about some of the troubles that some of us are facing. Right now, I want to speak to some of the hair loss professionals that are on here. Okay. So one of the biggest issues that many of the women are facing is hair loss, thinning, alopecia. It's happening all over the place. Like, we don't know why, but a lot of it has to do with environmental factors. We have a lot of clients that are coming in from side effects from medications. A lot of it is weight loss medicine, thyroid issues, vitamin D deficiencies. It's just a lot. High blood pressure medications, actually having surgeries, anesthesia can take your hair out, postpartum things, and also post-traumatic stress. Believe it or not, COVID took out a lot of hair, and it still has. A lot of people lost people. So, women, we tend to deal with losing our hair. And a lot of times we also have to look at our family history. No matter what you do, sometimes you were always going to be predisposed to being thin. So at this point, it's about prevention. By the time you get to a non-surgical hair replacement specialist, such as myself or one of the ladies that I have trained, most of the time the hair is not coming back. And I only say that to say you have to know where you're at in your journey. These are cranial prostheses. We're trying to create something that looks a lot like your hair. It's not your hair, but it's going to look a lot like your hair. Our goal is to try to, if we can get more women when their hair starts breaking, instead of covering it, because we're traditionally been dealing with so many clients that have been covering their hair in wigs and weaves, and they know they had some issues going on, but they never had time to deal with it. Unfortunately, by the time they get to someone like myself, we have to create something that they can live in. And so that's the caveat, where we can now create something that is more viable, more flexible, more realistic for you, instead of you trying to hide it. And oftentimes, you will be surprised how much hair you actually have by doing the consultation. I meet a lot of ladies that are thin up here, and they may have a lot of hair on the sides and the back, but they don't realize they still have a lot of hair that we could use within their piece. Now, I'm not saying that everyone comes that gets in the hair systems cannot grow their hair back. It depends on where you are. And that is why it's important, as hair loss professionals, we have options. Okay, it's so important that you have the options that you need for your clients, and also not forcing your clients into a hair system that's not made for them. I do meet a lot of ladies that they're going through sweats, they're going through menopause, they're hot. So we're just like me. I like to work out. A lot of us are working out, and we need something that's a little longer lasting. So we do have certain hair systems that cater to that. But for the most part, when you're looking at a lot of those pictures on my page, and you're seeing they're stationary and they look like they're growing out the scalp, they are attached. Okay, so if you're someone that's like, I don't want no glue, then we have to look at why. Why would you want your hair system to fall off your head? And there's more than one type of adhesive. Unfortunately, because we've dealt with a lot of professionals or people that trusted people to take care of their hair, and because they were not versed in hair loss, they snatch people's hair out. And then sometimes the clients do that. Sometimes y'all don't take your hair out right. And then y'all say, we took your hair out. But you snatch out your quick weave. When you have adhesives in your hair, you have to use solvents to break it down. And I think what's so important is that we take back the narrative about hair systems versus wigs, weaves. Okay, so Wigs and weaves are for fashion. Okay, so a lot of you guys that are seeing a lot of these trendy hairstyles, if you're someone that switches up your look often, you're probably not a good hair replacement client. One, the value point is going to be different. So this is for all my professionals out there that's been trying to convert your weave wearers to your non-surgical hair replacements. If you're meeting a woman on a stage of, I don't care, I am not my hair, I like to switch up my hair. I could be curly, I could be short one day, I could be, they're not a good candidate for they're normally not going to be a good candidate for a non-surgical hair replacement. The value point is different because they're okay with switching up. Hair loss clients, their psychology is more so, I want my confidence back. I want something that feels natural. I need something that feels like me again. That's a different approach. So the value point is different. So I think a lot of the students that I have met that maybe have met some resistance with trying to upsell their product or get people in their product that maybe aren't good candidates is because you're selling it to a person that they don't have the same value. If they're used to switching out their hair, they're not insecure about people seeing their hair short and then long or curly on 5 different days. But most professionals, when we're dealing with corporate women, most of the women I deal with, they're in corporate positions. They're everyday teachers, they're nurses. Some of them are doctors. Some of them are just everyday professionals. They want a consistent look. If that's you, then hair systems are great for you. Wigs offer temporary solutions. Hair systems are customized solutions. Here is the issue. If you don't understand your product, and you don't understand what you're really selling to these clients are your customizations, you're leaving so much money on the floor. And it's a reason why you cannot get your sales pitch together. And this is when we're talking in the marketplace about customization. That's why it's subjective to your skill and your demand. Okay. And I want to be able to help a lot more of our professionals be able to put some type of formula together. But you yourself have to know where your strengths are. I have found that if you don't know your product, you can't sell your product. And how about this? If you don't even wear your product, how can you tell people how your product works? Or if you yourself have not enlisted help, such as certain clients that are good researchers for you, as far as you put the hair system on and you send them out with it. Let me know, how did you do with this hair system? How did it last on your hair? Did you have any itching? It's important that you get some field research. These are things that help solidify and also validate when you are doing pricing. And I'm sure some of you clients that are on here that are looking, when you're looking in the marketplace of people amongst all the sea of people that, yeah, all these Facebook and Instagram pictures look great with filters, but in person, can you replicate this? And, clients want to see repetition. They want to make sure you know what you're talking about. It's not so much about, well, what do you want? No, you tell me, you're the professional. So I think that's what it's all about, is getting used to your product and getting to know your product. Some of you guys that have taken the class, get into those hair systems again, bust them down, mess them up, because if you don't break them down and mess them up, you won't know how to fix them. So, I've given you all the skills that you need. And for some of you guys that have not trained with me, guys, I will show the ABCs of how you break that lace down. I teach off a full lace first because that is pretty much the foundation of all of the hair systems if you wanted to create something from scratch. You'll be able to do repairs from there. You will be able, from a full lace cap unit, be able to create toppers, closures, frontals. It's the most all-in-one inclusive piece that you can have. And if you don't know how to understand that that is material, when we're using lace, we are simply replacing where hair is thin or it's gone. Okay. Then we have to go to application. What does application look like? And if you don't understand different foundations, this is another reason why you're probably having a hard time upselling your product to people. So we'll definitely talk about that. And this is why we've also been having the alumni refresher courses, because it's so many stylists, great stylists that I've trained over the years, but I think there's been a lack of community. And sometimes it's just hard when you're trying to upsell something and you already have clients. Now, I will tell you this. For some of you guys, I just spoke to one of my students, hand to God, and I cannot wait to bring her on, and she brings receipts. literally, when she did her projections after taking the class, it's been about 2 years. She said, Christina, I'm at a 500,000 with my clinic. That's how much business she's been getting just from the technique. She's saying it wasn't even so much that I wasn't doing it, it's the confidence you gave me to execute and pull all the information that I've learned over the years. I've been able to do that for myself. Now, we're talking about a woman that probably only maybe less than 4 years, 5 years ago, started her hair clinic. So to go from a normal six, I don't know, maybe she was I don't know where her monies were. She seemed like she was doing pretty good. Let's just say conservatively, she was making about anywhere from 80 to 100,000. To move to a 500,000 just from a technique lets you know there's so many people that need what we have. And I'll tell you right now, she's just now starting to grow her business to where now she's training other people within her clinic to do what she does because she's having overflow. I say this to say, and I have many testimonies, even with myself, where I've been able to change my life. I mean, who knew you can have $10,000 days? Like, it's not so much about even just the money, it's the fact that it's a need for what we do. And when you do it correctly, it ain't tricking when you got it. Because when people have something, I'm sorry, when you have something people need and it's the right person and it's the right value for them and you have the right experience, they don't mind paying. Okay. Now let's talk about, what you offer as far as your service menu. It's not just about selling them your top product. I do feel that for some of you hairstylists, if you're only trying to push one product, that's probably another reason why you're having a little pushback. You need to have an array because everyone's not going to go into your top of the line product, your most expensive product. And to be quite honest, those full lace hair systems, when we're talking about stationary units are where you're not taking them on and off. They're on your head. And our goal is to get you to about 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. As far as when we have to professionally take it back off. And for people that are depending on how short, so say if I created something like this, now this is my hair, I can literally create something like this with a hair system. For me to get it to the level where you see scalp and the density is where it's at, you have to understand with short units, the reason why they don't last as long is because they're going to get a lot thinner and they shed from here, especially high blonde units, gray units. When we're looking, especially gray units, especially platinum units, they don't last as long. Now, remember, this is why when you are telling your clients about these full lace hair systems that look scalp-like, because nothing's ever going to beat lace. That's going to be the closest thing to scalp and breathability that you get, even with polyurethane and all that kind of stuff. Nothing's as flexible and as realistic as lace. But with these, they don't last long. So say I was installing this on someone's head. I'm trying to get at least 3 to 4 reinstalls off of this one unit. 3 to 4 weeks at a time. So that means that we're looking at a quarterly replacement. So for someone that's looking at having something that's going to last longer, they may not be a good candidate for something that's full lace. So, and you have to see, does it fit within their budget to continue to replace these units? So that's also about your price structuring and what you actually are including. I think it's not always about trying to shake them down in the beginning. For some of you guys, it's about also you want a client that's going to come back and return. So you'll understand over time, you make a lot more having your clients for you to have client retention. The main goal is that they keep coming back, but you do have to let them know that they're not going to last forever. They're lace. Now, when you start moving to hybrid systems or what I call fusion systems include lace and weft. You can have a lace wefted unit for years. Okay. And you may have to replace the lace here and there. That's great for people that they want a glueless look, a true glueless look. They want something on and off, or they need something a little long lasting. Okay. Then you have toppers. For some of you guys, you can build a business all around toppers. If you're someone I don't have time to be prepping all this lace and stuff, you can just build a business strictly off of polyurethane hair systems. That's just strictly doing toppers like these, where We just doing the top of the head and blending it. I have so many clients that still have hair on the sides and the back. And all they really need is clip-on toppers. With these particular hairs, now this is our curly units, and these are lace. Even with these, they come in polyurethane and lace. But I love these because we can create so many different looks just off of, if I just sold toppers, I can make hand over fist just doing this. And these are the lace toppers. But just imagine just only dealing with even just women specifically that have thinning top but have hair on the sides and the back. You're able to go ahead and create them a piece out of something like this and blend the hair. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's so many different ways to skin a cat. Okay. And so my main thing is that a lot of you guys maybe just don't know too much about the product, and maybe that's where we're having the issue. And this is also why it's important to stay plugged in with TruNu Scalp if you have trained with me, because TruNu Scalp is known and we are a vendor company. So what we do is we focus on sourcing the hair for you. We'll teach you how to install the units, but you have to bring your skill. Now, I will tell you this. I know a lot of people think TruNu Scalp is just a short hair company. No, I am a short hair stylist that uses TruNu Scalp products. So that's because that's my specialty. But if my specialty was I was a barber, I can do it still. If I did braids, I could do it still. If I did long hair, I could do that as well. So we offer an array hair systems for our clients, for our students, and also for our clients that want to buy good hair without just going on the open market.
All right, Christina. So Selena, she said, can you talk more about the training?
Absolutely. So we have two different types of trainings that we're offering right now. We have the alumni refresher. The alumni refresher is where I'm simply getting you reactivated again. So that means for the price of you just getting your own inventory, we're giving you the complimentary class again because you initially already made the investment. We're just trying to make sure we get you excited about it again. And if you feel like maybe I need to see the class again, it's a virtual class. For those that want to train, we have one-on-ones. We could do it in person or we could do it virtually. I always recommend do it in person if you can. If not, I get it. But I try to really, really be very thorough with those classes. It's a very intense class because I'm giving you a lot of information. So the good thing about those one-on-ones is that I'm able to customize the class to the client's needs. Everybody doesn't need the same type of class. So if you've already been in, even with some of my students, you still can do one-on-one class if you need something with more information attached to it. It could be like, well, I just want to spend more time in my cuts and getting it to look more natural, or I'm having trouble with the polyurethane hair system. So you do have the ability to book yourself a class. You just comment class, or you could just go ahead and give us a call. I would love to do a discovery call with you. From the discovery call, I'll let you know what we need to do. And then I build the class out for you. Another end of one of the major goals of this is that I'm coming for 10 salons to be affiliate salons to carry our products exclusively. What does that look like? It's no different than you being an affiliate salon with like a Paul Mitchell carrying those products exclusively. I want to be able to highlight stylists in the market that, you know, they're not a hair company, but they're a non-surgical hair replacement specialist, and they want to specifically focus on that area. And then we're able to lead clients to you guys. So the great thing about working with a company like mine is that we've been building a name for some years now. And when clients are searching in the marketplace for a reputable place, it's so easy to shop with a name that's a little familiar to you. So it's almost like, especially I deal with a lot of people that they struggle with the social media. It's hard building a platform and a voice. So whatever you're doing on your own, it's even better because now you're able to even join forces with us because we're able to help lead traffic to you. So that's something I'm really excited about. And this is why you see me getting in front of the product more. This year, you will see I still do take care clients as far as transformations. I'm building out currently right now a different type of experience, but you guys are definitely still able to book. But my goal is to get my students activated. I want more students telling me they're making half a million dollars. Even if it's like I'm making six figures now or multiple six figures, or guess what? I can take a day off. I don't have to work the weekend. That's what this provides. And then how about ministry? Because yeah, as a stylist, I speak to you guys on the monetary part because it changed my life. But more importantly, it gave me a quality of life back. It gave me my options back. I don't have to break my body down anymore. I don't have to do, I know I see people and it's a flex to do 10, 15 people a day. I don't want to do that no more. I've been doing hair over 10 years and it's a lot. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be on my feet a lot. But how about just taking a couple clients out the week versus having to do 30 clients? Your quality of life looks a little different. Okay, TT says we have more questions. Let's go ahead and answer those.
Yes. So the next one is from, I can't tell the name, but it says Samsung. It says, will you have classes for your clients to maintain their systems?
Absolutely. I really feel that that is needed. I've been trying to see which do you think clients will be able to do an online class? I was thinking about doing like a virtual look and learn, like an online look and learn where we kind of do that. I could put that together. Absolutely. On my YouTube page, I do have a demonstration of how you maintain your hair systems, but yes, I definitely can develop that. Absolutely.
Okay. The next question is from Cherie. What is the investment cost of one of your trainings?
They do
For
vary
one-on-one.
for a one-on-one
This is from Michelle. She said, I just received my cranial prosthesis. How you say that word? What is that?
prosthesis.
There you go. Boom. Specialist certification. And I wouldn't mind having your system offered in my upcoming business.
I would love that. Let's talk and we can definitely do a call. We have an executive day where we're able to come and get you guys activated, get the system set up, look at your business, get a marketing plan together to properly launch. Because here's the thing, and then I'm able to actually come out to your salon, fly out or whatnot, and we do a demonstration together. And what that does is we do somewhat of an open house for your salon so we can bring people in. And that's the whole goal because at the end of the day, we can only grow as large as our audience is, as far as like the stylist is who's going to push this to the next level. So just imagine me being able to come there and be able to do some type of demonstration at your salon. That's powerful because it's going to show the unity, the synergy between both stylists that listen, Selena or Barbara, she's right in your area and this is her salon and this is the experience she has. She carries our products here. That's going to be amazing and that's life changing. I'm so excited about that. So definitely call to inquire about our executive day.
Courtney did drop in there, ladies, the link if you want Christina to come to your salon and train you. Also, the TruNu VIP Day link is also in there. The next question we have is, do you have anyone in North Carolina that offers the system?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The next question is from Renee. Do you have anyone in North Carolina that offers the system?
I do. I do. I have Sean and I also have Majestically Hair. We can get, if you give us a call or drop me if you text my salon number or even drop a DM, I'll send you who I recommend you in that area. Okay.
All right.
And if Courtney can drop, I don't know if he can drop the link for the ladies for the class information because I can't remember who was it Michelle or I can't remember who asked about the pricing of the class. I'm sorry, guys. It's so many different types of tiers we have, so I don't want to misquote. But what I could do is drop the information in there, and then we'll just custom. It'll give you at least an estimate of that. We also have you guys do an assessment because that lets us know where you want to be.
All right, Christina, we have a comment from Lena. She said, I have 6 clients getting their hair systems on rotation every 4 to 6 weeks.
That's amazing.
And I need a creative strategy to get them back in the chair for maintenance so that I can take care of the systems because they are being too rough on the system.
Lena, we need a call. I literally just we did a mentor call the other day for the ladies that did the refresher course. I gave you guys a formula. This is a pricing strategy. This is also going to show you cannot count what you don't measure. Even once I did it, I was like, God, I was leaving so much money on the floor. And I think what happens is when you don't really see the numbers, or understand how much more you need, you just be making up stuff. And you can't do that, not with this, because it's a lot of investment that and time that goes into curating these pieces. And these type of clients need a different level of experience. So some of you guys may have to strategically look at what is the number. You do have to have a number in mind for yourself as a professional, as a provider, to say, if I'm going to introduce something new to the current clientele I have, because let me just let you know, right now, currently, you're at the cap what you're going to make with your current clientele. There's only so much, maybe of a percentage you'll go up. So your growth is not coming from your new clientele. That's coming from the new people that you're able to promote to and to get retained in your chair. So that means when we're switching out and we're looking at our service menu, you're going to have to see where can I either merge certain services, rebrand, which most of you guys you need some rebranding going on. If you're doing similar services, and that is anything that's non-surgical. I don't care if you are doing a 27 piece. I don't care if you're doing clip-ins. Those are all things that are artificially growing out of there that we're putting onto their hair. That needs to go under your medical wig services, not just weave services. And then at some point, you're going to have to make a decision about, do I want to be an all-phase service provider or am I a hair loss specialist? It's a difference. It's a difference. When they come to your salon, it needs to feel like they're going to their doctor or their hair loss specialist, because clients are visual. If you're not building out the experience, they don't know the difference. It's for us to educate the clients, and it's for us to build out the overall visual experience, because people stay and shop with you according to the way you make them feel. It's a lot of people that do what we do, can do it faster, can do it cheaper, and been doing it. But why do people want to keep coming back to you? That is the comment you have to have. And this is where we have to begin to look at, most of us are master stylists on here. We've done hair over 10 years. Even if there's one thing you can do, even if you do that one thing well, it can change the trajectory of your business. It's not really about trying to be a free-for-all. Those days are gone where we're trying to be on our feet 10, 15 hours. No, nobody want to do that. I don't have time for that. My back and my knees are like, girl, no. So, at the end of the day, it is truly about, I really only want to do what brings me joy as an artist, what fills my heart, what gives me that extra pep in my step to go beyond. Even when I'm tired, yeah, I'm gonna fuss over everybody's details because it's my work going out. It's important. These women or men have not experienced having their hair for so long. I need to make them feel like this is their hair. And that's a different approach. And that's an experience. That's why they come back. And then you have to just also realize that there are some factors involved. When you're building out your service menu, have you done the work to prove that you're worth the investment? Yeah, we can charge what we want, but in real life, there is something called ethics. You have to be integral when you're doing these hair systems. You're already dealing with people that have been abused already from people and misused. So by the time they get in their chair, we're already doing a lot of therapy. So we want to make sure that we're taking time to listen to the client's needs. And then also making sure you're not putting people in a hair system they're not equipped for, they're not prepared for maintenance, which is why it's a hair system. This is not a wig. It's not just a one and done. It's not for fashion. This is a system of how you have to take care of it, and it's not going to last forever, depending on the foundation, depending on how you care for it. And then on top of that, we want to make sure that they don't have unrealistic expectations. So if you oversell and underdeliver because you're desperate to get a sale, you're going to set yourself up for failure. And I don't care how good you're doing. It only takes a couple people to complain and you're like, to heck with this. I don't have time for this. I don't feel like doing that. I've been there. We have more questions. Let's go ahead and go.
All right. This one is from Samsung. It says, how do you find someone to install a topper in Farmington, Michigan?
I have a wonderful person. I actually have two people. You have Brandy. She's from Beast Studios. She's out in, what is that? I haven't been there so long. Is it Rosedale? Where is that? It's on the east side. What is that? Rose? It's over there near like off of 696 going east, like off a mile.
Is it Roseville?
maybe it's Roseville. I think she
Yeah.
has a very nice clinic out there. And then you also have Michelle. Michelle, where who does our makeup? Honey Faye, Honey Child.
Oh, East
Michelle,
Point. That's
East
East
Point.
Point.
She's really good. So you should check her out. She actually does one of my girlfriends and sisters here at Ursula. She's amazing. You should check her out.
Primped and polished.
Primped and Polished. I think
Yes.
that's the same salon Michelle works out of. To whoever asks that, if you DM, I'll get you the right information for the one that was in Farmington.
That was
Okay.
Samsung. There's a couple Samsungs, but thank you to Valerie for letting me know her Samsung. So yeah, that was Samsung SA716U. Okay. So also before I go on to the next question, just to let you ladies know, there is the link for the 2-day training as well as the phone number for TruNu Scalp Clinic in there. So you can also jot that down. All
Thank
right. So the
you.
next question is from Valerie. Do you have a directory of those salons that use your system?
Do I have a directory? Yes, but I took my directory down. I'm not gonna lie. I did. Had to do quality control. So
Got
I'm
you.
building it again. This is why I'm going after my affiliate salons or my partners that will be under a little more, they'll have more support from me. And then also I can protect my students as well. And then also I can make sure that the clients are receiving consistent professional care. Because if I recommend someone, I want to make sure that whoever I'm recommending, I know they can do it. And so that's why I'm pushing for my alumni to be reactivated because I want to promote them. So, yes, I do have a couple people in mind, but I don't have a directory online just yet. But if you let me know in the area you're at, I'll try to recommend who I think I've seen being consistent with it. And I'll definitely have recommendations. We have a lot of great ones. I have quite a few I can recommend. Lena will get you together for sure. And is that's not Valerie? What's her last name on there? Valerie. That's not Valerie Royster. She's one of really good. Well, she's one of the non-surgical hair replacement specialists. So she's really good. She's in Delaware. And then we have Yalmika and Marilyn and Donita. We have Latanya. So many. Sean, Brandy. Just so many of them. I have a really good one in Houston. Elena. She's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Elena.
Valerie. I'm seeing you tomorrow.
Okay, our next question is what about Florida? Is the system offered anywhere in this state?
I do have someone in Florida. But she's in Miramar. Her name's Tabitha. You guys also do know if you do the numbers, sometimes it's also cheaper to fly me out and have me do your hair. So we definitely offer that. So I definitely have clients that fly me out all the time and we get the hair done. So if you're someone that's like just saying, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Especially once you do the numbers of you'll have to get a hotel, maybe stay over, flight, maybe you have to rent a car. Sometimes it's cheaper just to go ahead and book the experience.
All
Whoever's
of that information is in the chat if they want to bring you out, and also the phone number and how they can contact to go ahead to book you as well.
I definitely want to give a shout out to a lot of the stylists that are on here right now that have really truly been consistent. I can't see everyone. We do have Valerie Royster on there. Valerie, put your information there. Lena, I don't know who else is on here. These are stylists that consistently do it. And I'm talking about do it well. I can't see everybody's name on here, so please don't get mad if I didn't call your name out. I don't know who else. Please let me know who else is on here that's from my class. But when we're talking about recommending people, it matters that you have been active on social media and we can prove to these clients like I literally was able to send someone to Valerie's page yesterday and because she posts and because she does consistent work, I'm like, this client would be perfect for her. I don't know if they've talked yet, but I'm like, yeah. So that's you see how easy it is to upsell the students when they have a body of work. And we've seen it because everybody can't travel to Atlanta, and I get it. And then there's so many people that do so many different things that do it well. I mean, I know how to do some great things, but I don't know how to do everything. I just know what I know how to do. That's the great thing about working with so many of these master stylists. They all are just so amazing. TT?
Yeah. The next, well, first of all, I'm gonna say Barbara Mickey is in here. She dropped her name. She's in here.
Hey, Barbara. Yes. Barbara, how you doing? Yes, yes, yes. And send me more work. When I tell you guys, I want to promote you guys. Trust me. I have people call me all the time. So also, like, I'm not so like far removed. Y'all can't get in touch with me. Y'all know most of y'all that train with me, I am who y'all see I am. I'm not caught up on myself. Your success is my success. I want you to be successful. And I want to be your vendor. I would much rather you get the hair scissors from me than trying to go on Amazon and go get it yourself. Okay? All right.
All right. Our next question is from Dolly. How often do you need to replace your unit? Looking for something to last to leave on. I travel from LA to Alabama.
Okay, good question. Are you a sweater? Are you someone that doesn't want to use adhesive? The more lace you have, the more you have to maintain. Over the years or over time, you will have rub out. And it depends on how dense and how long the style is. The shorter, more scalpier looks tend not to last as long. But say I created this and we're going to use this as an example of something thinner. If I wore this particular system, like say I made this from start to finish from the front to the back, but I was taking it on and off as a glueless method, it will last a lot longer. It depends on how I'm caring for it. If you're looking for one unit, I always suggest buy two because then you have one in rotation. If you're always wearing out one unit, you're gonna wear down that unit. It's not gonna last forever. Now, you can't compare full lace units to closure units or frontal units because the construction is different. Stitching is there. Lace, even with full lace, if it's long, it's more denser. So you're not going to be able to see that the hair has shedded, but over time, it will shed. Short hair is different from the longer hair. But if you're trying to go into like that bob lane, I would definitely say go into like a 4x4, 5x5, maybe even a 2x2, just enough to see a part. The less lace you have, the more your unit will last a lot longer. And then that can last for years.
Okay. The next question. I'm a stylist in Farmington Hills that have been researching becoming a certified cranial prosthesis specialist. Would love to partner or training with you.
I would love to have you. We need more people in Michigan. That's, I'm from Detroit. So I want to put my city on for sure. And everybody that I have, everybody from that city that I have trained, they've done well. If they kept up with it, it's no way. I literally, when Brandy first came to me, if y'all haven't checked her out, that's I think B Studio. She was able to go on her own, build her own hair clinic. She even teaches classes now. Y'all, still come to me too. It's all room for all of us. But hey, I would, I'm not even going to be a hater. If you want to go to her, she learned from me. And then she took it from there. So I mean, she's done great work. So if, to me, it's all a win for us all if we all want to help each other. So whether you're going here or there, I would definitely love to see you in my class. The good thing about staying with a company with Minds is that I've been known to be out there already. So I'm launching it as a vendor, and all I have to do is put my students on and people that are carrying the product. That's what it's about, getting quality stylists in, carrying a quality product, and let's put everybody on the map.
So Lena Landon dropped her information, Dynasty Hair. So she also put her phone number in
Thank
the
you.
chat, ladies.
Please put that in. You guys follow each other. You guys, if you are in the chat right now, please share your IG handles. Please put if you're a student that have trained. It's clients on here right now. You can even go on the live feed, put your information on right now, drop your information. I want to highlight everybody because this has changed my life. This is why I began to teach the technique because it changed my life literally. Not only it repurposed my commitment to the work that I do, but it gave me options, and it gave me a better quality of life. And it hasn't been easy, no, but it has been so fulfilling. And it's just been a blessing. I've met so many incredible people along this journey, and I haven't even scratched the surface yet. So much more I just want God to use me in. So I want to take as many of you with me as possible.
We also have Heaven Sent Hair Designer.
Perfect.
Inside there also, her information is in there. We have Hair Addiction _Detroit in there. We have Cherie. She put in Facebook Styles by Charissa or Charissa. Please forgive me if I tore your name up because I know my name gets torn up, so I apologize, but it's in the chat. And ladies, remember, if you drop your questions in the chat, I will get to them one at a time. while Christina is doing her live.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to be wrapping up soon. Let's get some more questions in before we get on out of here.
All right. Janina Wallace said, "Hello, everyone. I'm late just getting here. I'm Nina, the artist, revamping my business into a restoration now."
I'm so excited for Nina because the great thing about starting and revamping is that, you can speak to your potential client. The great thing I love about just rebranding is that, you get to reintroduce yourself as many times as you want. And I love that for you guys. So, you don't have to be stuck. You can do it again. It's not too late. You're so needed in this space, and we're looking for your unique approach. So I want to make sure you guys complete y'all registration forms. Please make sure you guys go onto my website. And if you are not currently in my register, or a lot of you guys were able to get the information for the Zoom because we do have your email addresses. But if we don't have your emails and you're new to this, and some of you guys are on Instagram Live right now, please make sure you go ahead and follow up with us, because we need your name, your email, your phone number. We want to be able to make sure you are able to stay in the know of what we got going on with TruNu Scalp, okay? And we do in-person consult. Well, I haven't been doing in-person consultations very often because most people, they don't mind just doing a virtual ones. So we do offer virtual consultations. And for some of you guys that are looking to get and you don't know what type of class you need, this is why we do a discovery call. Okay, so my goal is to make sure I teach you at the pace that you need. So some of us, this is why we don't like to do the group sessions. Some people do better as a one-on-one. And we can do that in person or we can do that virtually, okay? Do we have any other questions before we begin to wrap up? I don't
Yes.
want to belabor the hour too long.
Yes. We have a question from Favor. She said, "Hello, my name is Favor from Maryland. Can we see the unit that you sell, please? I just got my cranial prosthesis." Go ahead. What's that word?
Prosthesis.
Yes, okay, prosthesis certification, but I haven't officially launched my hair loss system, just doing my research.
Sure, I can show you. I don't have all of them with me. I will show you one of the particular toppers that we have. Actually, I'm doing one of these toppers tomorrow for one of my clients. The great thing about these particular toppers that I love, not only do they mimic scalp, and these last a lot longer than even our finer lace. This is more, they call this more of their mesh material, but it's still considered like a thinner version of their mesh. I do like this because this is good for women or men that fit that 8x10 criteria. So that means from front to back, where if they have hair, we're able to cover it from front to back, or you're even able to turn it to the side. Because you have some people that are thinner right here, but they don't necessarily need the piece to come down. When they're beyond a 8x10, and this can be made in any type of texture. They also come in different colors, okay? When they are beyond an 8x10, and how I measure is normally I'm going to the densest part here. I'm looking at where can the piece blend. Anything beyond the apex of the head, it's a full cap unit with leave out. So just imagine if this was something that covered the whole head, which I particularly love giving clients with texture a little bit. I don't traditionally, unless they're getting a bob or something longer, for short units, you'll never really see me push a straight or even body wave unit. I like something that has texture because these units last a lot longer when they don't have to put heat on them. And that's where it's all about the cut. So we spend a lot of time, and if you know and you follow me, you know all about the cut. That is the style. Curls are extra. That's cool. But when your style fall, you really rocking the cut. And so this right here, this is, if y'all go on my website, this is She's Dangerous. This is so many different looks. Like I can do so much with this particular look, and it can go straight, but I can't wait to do this on my client tomorrow. She picked a hairstyle that looks very, very, she picked like two different textured looks, and they're both about to look different. This is the wavier one, and then we have some that's a little more kinkier. But like I said, we could order them different. So like this one, you see how this one is a lot more tighter than this one. So she'll be able to get something more of a nice, softer one, and then we have more of a kinkier look. So I love having those options. You also can buy these as ready to wear toppers online. They come as is, they're unstyled, but the hair is amazing, okay? If you're looking to have them customized, that's where you want to book an appointment, okay?
Barbara Z asked information to order the toppers.
Okay. If you're buying as a stylist wholesale, you're able to, if you've already trained with this, you should be able to have access to our, you just let me know what texture you're looking for and I could do that. If you're a client shopping on an open market, you can go to TruNuScalp.com and then you can search the hairstyles you see on there. Those are the toppers that have been used to achieve those styles. Their as is, and they're just toppers. And I like them because they're easy for people that they don't really want a full hair system. But you do have to fit the criteria 8x10. And you need surrounding hair. Now with these, you can actually build out the sides of people's hair, but if you have not taken I would definitely suggest take the class. If you're unsure as a client, do you fit the criteria of a topper? I would suggest doing a virtual consultation so I can walk you through the process, okay? Let's take 2 more questions or so, or the most important ones with information before we go ahead. I know you guys, we've been on here an hour. I could go for days, y'all, but I'm gonna be nice.
All right. People are dropping their, ladies, you guys can kind of check out the chats because people are dropping their information in there. However, inside the chat, you guys will find TruNu Scalp Hair Clinic phone number. That's 484-984-5928. Again, that's 484-984-5928. You will also find the link for TruNu VIP Day. And you will also find the link in there for the 2-day training. That will stay in there. You guys can copy and paste that. I'm waiting on if we can get 2 more questions before Christina wraps up. That'll be amazing. In the meantime, Shell said, I'm launching my new business. So this is a DBA of my salon, Drea Rios. It's a restoration solution. And Shuri also said her IG style is on TikTok as well. And IG is Styles by Sharissa. Hopefully I'm still saying her name right, I hope. But yeah, if you guys want to drop 2 more questions, I'll take the next 2 questions. And Christina, then you can go ahead and wrap up.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Definitely. Do we have more questions? Or are we good?
Nope. I think we're gonna be good.
Wow. It's the power of just starting. Guys, I'm not teaching or showing you guys anything or preaching to you guys, nothing that I'm not currently doing. Okay. It is my goal to show you if I can do it, you can do it. And we don't have to do it by ourselves. It's too many of us trying to start things that God did not designate for you to do on your own. You don't have to struggle when there are people that's what they do. You shine at what you do. And here's the thing. If you want to be in a space where you want to do it on your own, just know it's a longer pathway. I found that I love having a community around me. And this is why we're going to make sure we're going to do more check-ins. I'm building the TruNu Scalp community, not only just for my own people, but for also future and potential clients. I want you guys to know that there are hair loss specialists out here that truly care and that very skilled at what they do and love what they do. And I feel like if you have been in this industry for years right now, you're maybe currently thinking like, I just want to quit, or I'm just not excited about what I do. Try being a non-surgical hair replacement specialist. It has been the most fulfilling thing I have done. Not only just to see someone turn around and be so confident, but also it's been a blessing to just know when you do what you do well and you steward it right, there is always a client that's willing and that's able to the highest price you think you want to charge. It's nothing to them. And that's just a compliment to you did the work. And I just love that. And I want you to know you are worthy of this next level. You don't have to play it small. Some of y'all, it's time for you to stop being too scared to really finally ask for what you're worth. But that's going to require a different level even for yourself. You guys seen that I've been taking myself even on my weight loss journey. You know why I did it? Not only was I dying on the inside because I literally swelling all the time, having headaches, couldn't really breathe walking up the stairs, but the charge that God put on my life, I wasn't going to be able to fulfill all the things that I've seen promised to me. It's too many things that he has promised to me, and I wasn't taking care of my vehicle. Let me tell you, the reason why getting yourself in shape right now and taking care of yourself, and I'm just going to speak to you from a woman's point of view. Listen, it has been the most self-fulfilling thing, selfish thing I can do that everybody else benefits from. I'm better because I'm better. I'm better to you because I'm able to be more confident. And when I tell you, when you're willing to show up for yourself and your health, it's some things that you can't do right now because you just don't have the energy because your health is not together. Our health is our wealth. And it's not about you adding on another service, it's not about you getting more clients. You have to take care of the vehicle that God has given you now. Now, I want you to steward that. Your mind is going to be different. When you set a goal and that you really physically felt you couldn't do, it's amazing the things you'll be able to repurpose in your business. We can talk all day about technique, but if your mindset isn't there to switch and to know that we don't have much more time, you don't have another 40 years. You don't even know if you'll be here another 10 years. So at the end of the day, we must take care of our minds, our body, our gift, our hands. Okay. We have one more question before we go ahead and get on out of here.
Right.
And our last one from Michelle before we get out of here.
All right. I would like everyone here to know I am reinventing myself and my business after.
I hope we were able to bring hope. I'm proud of all of you guys. So excited for the transformation. If there's anything I can do to just be a coach, mentor, sister in the industry here, that's what we're here for. TruNu Scalp was created to restore confidence and provide solutions for women who desire to feel beautiful and empowered. So whether you're looking for a transformation or opportunity to grow with this industry, we are excited to connect with you guys. So thank you for joining the TruNu Scalp community meeting tonight. Let's make sure we go ahead and stay in touch. And guys, I love you. Thank you, TT, for dropping in and just helping me out. Thank you for Courtney being on here. Bye. Have a wonderful night, guys.